Charleston City Council District 2 candidate Kevin Shealy is sprinting to November 7th with ideas and dots on how to preserve West Ashley's District 2. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with Kevin one-on-one. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. So, the last time I interviewed you was June 21st for Quintin's Close-Ups.
Okay, it's been a little while.
I know.
Hey, and you've received some awards since then. Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And, I want to go back to that June 21st interview because you said a lot of things in that interview. And a couple of things you said this, quote, lots of changes going on in reference to West Ashley. Let me take you to the September headline in the Post-Recorder. It reads this: drainage engineer to Charleston City Council, development among many causes of Church Creek flooding. Do you know any more causes in your mind?
Well, Quintin, first of all, the flooding issue has got to be number one. It is a critical issue, and I can tell you that as a friend of people that have flooded several times, as the insurance agent of people who have flooded. So I've been in these houses, and when a lot of these people have flooded 3 times, some of them in Shadow Moss have flooded 4 times, but 3 times in 3 years. It's a really, really sad situation when you have somebody that has had to leave their home because they had to have their home rebuilt. They just get back in and are getting comfortable again, maybe for a month or 2, and it floods again. It is a critical situation that has to take top priority over anything else. And we've got before we can allow anything else to add to that problem, we have to take care of that problem. I think Bob Horner has his heart and soul into this. The engineer for Weston and Sampson. He's a Citadel grad, so he has friends in the area. I think that he's going to try to do everything he can. I think he's a very smart engineer. And I hope that he's going to come back with some great solutions. I think he said October 30th is when he would come back with some solutions for City Council. I hope that he's going to come back with some great solutions. I hope that City Council makes that top priority above everything else, and takes those actions. Make sure that everything's taken care of. You've got other development. Obviously, we're in a moratorium, but you've got other development that is being discussed right now. One thing that really bothers me is I'm talking to people in Canterbury Woods. They have flooding and traffic issues, obviously, is probably as bad or maybe worse than anywhere in the city where Canterbury Woods and what they have to deal with. I've had people say that they have raised objections to their city council person and they don't feel like those were brought back to city council. This is that kind of communication. We've got to have great communication in there. We've got this Harmony neighborhood that's kind of in this moratorium and is still being planned. I just have to believe that if I was the city council representative for District 2 at that time, that I would have been bringing objections across that weren't brought across right now for that Harmony project. I'm not against development, but if you circle the area of where our flooding issues are, and you put a dot in the middle of that, that's where they're going to try to build this Harmony subdivision. There has to be objections from neighbors, and that has to be brought forward. And, we've got to have better communication with constituents and city council. And, there are people, as I'm out knocking on doors right now, there are people in Canterbury Woods that don't feel like their objections have come all the way to city council on that whole Harmony neighborhood.
How did that get lost as far as communication? I have to borrow was it lost in transition? How did that even happen?
Yeah, I don't know. But, I think we have some great city council people in West Ashley that do a great job of communicating with their constituents. I think I told you in the last interview that Bill Moody meets every Tuesday morning with his constituents, so that there is a great communication, and he's taking notes. And when he has a city council meeting on a Tuesday evening, he knows exactly what his constituents, or at least the ones that have shown up to express their opinions, what they're thinking, and he's bounced ideas, what his thoughts are, bounced his ideas. So he goes in well prepared. That's not happening in District 2 right now. That's where communication needs to improve. We need to make sure we're hearing and that make sure that the word of our constituents is getting back to those city council meetings or to those development meetings, wherever. Make sure that we've got a city council person that's going to truly represent the people of their district.
What is your definition of Charleston City Council right now?
Well, Charleston City Council, we have some great leaders on there right now. I think that that a lot of times they're trying to work together for the city as a whole. Sure. Obviously we stretch out a little bit. We have Daniel Island, we have West Ashley, we have James Island, we have the downtown area. And I think everybody is trying to work together. Obviously, they have their own constituents. They're specific things, and they have to work together to say, okay, we're going to help these, we're going to help them. We got to prioritize, though, and I'm telling you right now, District 2 needs that representation right now. I feel like I can work well with other city council people. I know most of them. I think in West Ashley we have some great people. I mentioned Bill Moody. Keith Waring does an outstanding job. I've probably known Bill Moody most of my life. I grew up where I was running around in Drayton where he lived. I was in his house. Marvin Wagner coached me on St. Andrews Playground on my St. Andrews Bulldogs football team. So I know I can work with him. Peter Shade, his youngest daughter and my oldest daughter played soccer together for several years. So we were the guys on the sidelines cheering together. Kathleen Wilson and I have several mutual friends. These are people I know I can work with, that I can throw ideas back and forth, and we can make things happen. And my being on city council and my relationships with these people are going to make our city council stronger.
Let me go back to the June 21st interview that I did with you earlier here at the college, and you said this: critical time of my life in West Ashley, unquote. Define West Ashley right now in your mind.
Well, West Ashley, there's a lot of good things happening. It's West Ashley's time. They're doing a great job with this Plan West Ashley idea. One thing I want to make sure, in our district, we can't plan West Ashley until we take care of the problems we have right now. That flooding and that traffic for District 2 and District 10 areas, it's a terrible problem right now. The traffic on the way downtown this morning, it took a long time to get here, and particularly up and down that Glen McConnell, that Ashley River Road area, we've got to find solutions for people to be able to move. And so there's issues there, but there's good things happening in West Ashley right now. Again, I said Bill Moody's working well on those greenways and bikeways. Marvin Wagner's pitching in on that. They've got a lot of things going on. He does a great job with that, what they call doo-wop. I don't know if I like that name, but that DuPont Wahoo area, which is very important to me too. I'm in that area a lot. I go to church over in that area. And they're doing a fantastic job there. I mentioned Peter and some of the others have done a great job with trying to concentrate on North Bridge. Right. I think that Avondale's getting a lot of attention, up and down, all there. District 2 needs some of that attention. We need some of that attention. We talk about those bikeways, and you've got the Glen McConnell with kids walking to school, riding bikes to school, and at 2:30 in the afternoon when they're getting out of school, people are whizzing by at 55, 65 miles an hour down the Glen McConnell Parkway. And we don't have the sidewalks and the bikeways in that area there. I think I mentioned this before in the last conversation that we had, but we talk about all these new places that are developing. We're developing parks, and we've got such a grand opportunity with the West Ashley Park that we have now. And I've said before that, I think Stacy Collins does a great job with the soccer programs. They have great baseball programs, but there's a huge piece of property out there on a beautiful lake and creek and all out there that has so much potential and so much opportunity. That island in the middle of Lake Daughter is gorgeous, but it has just been abandoned. No one's done anything with it. And if we clean that up, if we put benches, picnic areas, maybe some fishing docks, some things, and we could use that as a nice area. It would be easily connected from Forest Lakes, from Providence Commons, where with a simple bike path, and then it would allow people from Providence Commons possibly to get back through Forest Lakes, maybe be able to ride their bikes over to Food Lion and over in that shopping center where there's places to eat and things like that. There's so much potential. We've got to have a leader in our district that's going to stand up and say, hey, yeah, that's a great idea over here that you're doing here. Can you help me over here in our district? Because we've got great possibilities and we've got great properties over here. And we need to take care of our district as well as the other districts in West Ashley.
And you also said this to me too, and I'm going to quote you. You said, help them see their vision, meaning the constituents of West Ashley. What is your vision going forward?
Well, I would like to see that better connectivity. I think that we've got a center in District 2 that in that West Ashley Park area. West Ashley High School is an extremely important property there. We're going to have the new library there, which is going to be very, very exciting. A lot of things we can connect. There's going to be a lot of exciting things. Okay. We're in my district. We're going to have the Waring Senior Center. Right. It's going to be a very nice area. Again, our councilman in District 2, that is going to be in our district. Our councilman in District 2 is the only councilman that voted against the Waring Senior Center. It's in our district, and it's a great thing. And we have seniors that are very, very excited about this. We've got to have better leadership in District 2 so that people can see this vision of having things like this and having nice things. A vision where we don't have to worry about flooding anymore. A vision where we can get in our cars, we can go to work, and we don't have to sit in traffic for 30, 45 minutes, an hour to go just a few miles. Those are my types of visions. Better connectivity, better community, and all of that can happen for our section of West Ashley. But we've got to have strong leadership, and we can't continue to be taken back a step and being the person that we'll get to later. It's got to happen, and it can happen. And it's so easy to clean up our area and make it nice.
November 7th is almost here. And, when you talked to me back in on June 21st and just mentioned a little bit of this, you said District 2 needs a strong representative. How strong are you as a candidate right now?
Quintin, it's been fun being out in front of people. I have met I've always felt like I knew a lot of people in West Ashley, but I have learned that I didn't know as many people as I did. I didn't know. I don't know as many people as I know.
Sure.
So I am meeting some great people. It's been unbelievable. As I knock on doors, people are starting to recognize my name. It's amazing to me that I knock on somebody's door and I say, "Hi, I'm Kevin Shealy. I'm running for I'm running for City Council District 2." Right. And they go, "Oh, Kevin, I've heard about you. Right. Why don't you come on in and have a seat on the couch? Let's talk a little bit." It's been amazing. It's been incredible. The momentum is picking up, and people are very concerned. They know it's a critical time for West Ashley, a critical time for our district. And they're inviting me in. If they're not inviting me in, they invite me to sit on the porch and talk. And every once in a while, I certainly run into a person that says, whoa, I'm not interested. And in these days and times, there's people that won't answer the door because you never know who's knocking at the door. But there's been so many that once I'm able to say, "Hi, I'm Kevin Shealy," that have been so welcoming and they want to talk to me. So I think because of that, I think I have a great opportunity. I've just been overwhelmed with the support of people that are saying, "Hey, how can I help your campaign?"
Sure.
I am just really, really excited right now, and I think we have a great opportunity, a very good chance here.
And I was just talking with Paul Tinkler yesterday. He has your support.
I saw Paul Tinkler. Yeah, I ran into Paul Tinkler yesterday as well. So
yes, he's definitely supporting you. So.
Oh man, well that's great to hear.
Well, Kevin Shealy, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
Well, thank you, Quintin. I appreciate it too.
Anytime.